Everything's fine on 93.9 Dublin South FM.
Good afternoon. This is Dublin South 93.9 FM and I am Sharad Awasthi here with the weekly news roundup. An Indian national recruited by Russian military has been killed and another has sustained injuries in Russia's ongoing conflict with Ukraine, and New Delhi has taken up this matter strongly with Moscow. Following the death of Indian national from Kerala, India has reiterated to Russia its demand for an early discharge of an Indian national recruited by Russian military. Another Indian national from Kerala who was similarly recruited has been injured and is receiving treatment in hospital in Moscow. In the upcoming Delhi Assembly polls, the Delhi BJP president has raised concerns on Tuesday over alleged irregularities in voter list ahead of the February 5th Assembly polls. According to BJP President Virendra Sachdeva and Member of Parliament Basuri Siraj, that more than 5 lakh new voter applications have been filed in recent days, and this has raised suspicions. He also alleged that Aam Aadmi Party Supremo Arvind Kejriwal has applied to get the names of 40 voters from the Dalit Mandir area deleted and accused the former Chief Minister of being anti-Dalit. These allegations come after similar allegations were made by Aam Aadmi Party earlier. The House panel of the Indian Parliament, a standing committee on communication and information technology, is seeking an apology from social media giant Meta for tarnishing India's image. According to BJP Member of Parliament Nishikant Dubey, who heads the Parliament Standing Committee, is asking Zuckerberg for an apology because of his disappointing and misinformation about the credibility of the Indian elections. Appearing on the Joe Rogan broadcast, Zuckerberg claimed that incumbent governments in many countries including India lost elections during COVID-19 pandemic due to their handling of the crisis. By the time you would hear this news, Meta would have already sought an apology from the Indian government. Prime Minister Mr. Modi on Tuesday said that the commissioning of 3 front-line naval combatants will strengthen India's efforts towards being a global leader in defense and augment its quest towards self-reliance. Mr. Modi will dedicate the 3 combatants, Surat, Nilgiri and Vahashir, to the nation on their commissioning at the naval dockyard in Mumbai. A group of 111 Punjab farmers has begun fast unto death from Wednesday. They are further intensifying their stir against the centre in support of their various demands. Protesting Punjab farmers have said they would be wearing black clothes. Meanwhile, farmers leader Jagjit Singh Daliwal's fast unto death has reached the 50th day on Tuesday, with farmer leader saying that he was having difficulty in drinking water. This is an ongoing agitation by the farmers of Haryana and Punjab, and they are camping outside the national capital of Delhi. 24 Akbar Road bungalow that witnessed many stories and secrets ceded its place as a political nerve center yesterday when the Congress moves its headquarters to the new office at Indira Gandhi Bhavan located at Kotla Road, which is a few kilometers away. This is the change of history and an era. The Sri Lankan President Disan Naike arrived in Beijing for a 4-day visit to China. According to the President, he arrived on Tuesday for talks with the Chinese counterpart Xi Jinping, and they are expected to sign agreements which India would see with lots of interest. India has already raised objection of the growing Chinese naval presence. A record 350 million devotees have taken a holy dip in Sangam. The confluence of river Ganga, Yamuna and Saraswati had taken place on Makar Sankranti, which was on the 14th of January. This is the auspicious morning bath in the spirit of Mahakumbh and the first Amrit Snan of the spiritual journey in the Hindu calendar. Tuesday's footfall exceeded the previous Makar Sankranti record of 200 million during the 2019 Kumbh Mela. About 450 million devotees are expected to take the holy dip in the coming months, and the government is trying to make sure about all the facilities that can be given to these large sea of devotees. Indian Meteorological Department is now 150 years old. The organization has grown out of a scientific evolution which has been shaped by weather predictions. It was started for the colonial preferences and wartime necessities. It was based in Pune in its historic building called Shimla Office. Today, there are 127 agroclimate zones which are set up after the 1980s revolution of Indian science and technology. The farmers get an update from the Meghdoot app and WhatsApp, and it provides a block level weather forecast and district level agro-meteorological advisories to the farmers. In the ongoing crisis of the Indian cricket team after losing the Australia Test series, according to the postmortem done by the Performance Committee, the BCCI is to address the issue like players getting busy with their personal life while on tour, and this may lead to capping of their family stay during their tour abroad. According to the coach Gautam Gambhir and the chief selector Ajit Agarkar, the team's bonding is at its all-time low. During the 2-month tour, the Indian cricket team had only one team dinner together, and according to them, this is detrimental to the synergy amongst the players. There have been cases where the other coach have reached late to the venue. So there are major problems with the Indian cricket team before the upcoming Champions Trophy. According to the BCCI, the BCCI is a bit concerned that the team, which has been so consistent across formats for more than half a decade, is suddenly struggling to click with almost all the same set of players. These days, the players are rich and they have their families around with a big entourage of their brand managers, and they often request to stay in different hotels. The players also have started to make their own travel arrangements, and therefore, the players do not see each other before the match. Finally, by the time we meet next time, it would be Donald Trump who would have taken over as the next president of the United States, and it would be interesting how he would play out with the geopolitics, the economics of United States, and the tariff war of United States and China. That's all from me, Sharad Awasthi. Charmaine will be back next week after taking care of her mother. Bye for now.
You are listening to 93.9 Dublin South FM.
Broadcasting from the Dundrum Town Centre. This is Dublin South FM.